Hey guys, Matt Moreland here, and this week I'm going to break down what a cap rate is and what it's useful for. Cap rate stands for capitalization rate, and simply put, it's an expected rate of return on a real estate investment. So cap rate is expressed in the form of a percentage. So 5%, 8%, 10% cap rate is the industry standard for what you're going to see. Now, how do we calculate cap rate? That's a good question. So cap rate is calculated by dividing the net operating income, or NOI, by the purchase price of the property. If you want to know more about what an NOI is, feel free to check out the video on my channel where I break it down in more detail. One thing I find interesting about cap rates is it's an objective number. So given the variables, anyone can calculate it and they'll come up with the same number. Cap rate also does not factor in the cost of financing. So simply put, there's no loan costs factored into the percent return that you're getting when you're calculating a cap rate. Now, what's cap rate useful for? So something that a lot of people use cap rate for is calculating the expected sales price on a property. A lot of times with investment properties, they won't have a listed sales price. So what you can do if they do have a cap rate and a net operating income listed is use those, divide that NOI by the cap rate, and find out what they're expecting to sell the property for. Now keep in mind this isn't always spot on, but it does get you in the ballpark of where the sellers are likely going to want to land as far as a sales price goes. Similarly, if you want to calculate the NOI on a property, but they don't have it listed, you can take the sales price that they have listed on the property, if they have it listed, and multiply that by the cap rate of similar properties that have sold on the market to determine what you think the annual income is going to be on that property. Another use for cap rates is comparing risk between two properties. In finance, there's a positive correlation between risk and return, and it's the same with real estate investments. So a property with a 10% cap rate, for example, is going to have a higher return on your investment, but it's also going to be a higher risk that you could lose your initial investment. Conversely, a property with a 2 or 3% cap rate is going to be a lot more of a sure thing. So the return on your investment is going to be significantly lower, but the likelihood of you losing your investment is also going to be lower as well. A common misconception is that the higher the cap rate, the better the investment. I'm here to tell you that this is not the case. What you'll find is risk tolerance is really unique to the individual investor. And while someone might be willing to take a lot more risk and seek out properties with 15% cap rates, someone else on the other end of the spectrum might not be as risk tolerant, and they might be looking in that 4 to 7% cap rate range and be perfectly happy. I hope you got value out of this explanation of what a cap rate is and how it's used. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be making some more videos on real estate investing terms as we get ready to dive in and break down the process of buying your first rental property together. If you've gotten any value out of this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button below and hit the like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. This helps get my videos in front of more people looking to learn about investing and becoming financially free. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week.